Alcaraz reveals his main goal for the rest of the season. In an interview with Gazzetta dello Sport, Carlitos still can't explain how he managed to win the Roland Garros final. Carlos Alcaraz has taken a break after the mini grass court season and his loss in the Wimbledon final. Carlitos' plan includes returning at the Cincinnati Masters 1000, which will take place from August 7 to 18. Before that, he gave an interview to Gazzetta dello Sport in which he reflects on what remains of the season.
Hola Carlos, gracias por estar aquí con la Gazzetta dello Sport. You're leading the race ranking and you have fewer points to defend than Sinner. Are you ready to return to number one in the coming months?
Yeah, I'm ready. I didn't do great, last year, so which I defend, not too many points. So I think I'm gonna try to make the most of, the tournament just to get as much points as I can. But Yannick is always there. It doesn't matter, how many points he defends. That he always there fighting for winning the title. So I have to be ready for that. But yeah, probably the number one is the main goal right now to the end of the year.
How important is this rivalry with Sinner for tennis?
Well, I think for tennis is great. We as a tennis player, we always fight. We are fighting for engage more fans to watch tennis, to practice tennis. So I think our rivalry or matches, it is great for the fans. That I think our tennis is really high every time that we face against each other. So I think thanks to our matches, we made a lot of people, start to watch tennis and practicing. So I think for tennis is a great rivalry.
Do you think you and Yannick will remain always friends despite this rivalry?
Yeah, I think the sport have developed something great because we can be a rivalry on the court, but at the same time we have a really good relationship of the court. We have friends. We can talk. About everything. So I think we are gonna share great moments on the court. So as I said, I have a huge respect to him as well. He's a really nice person. So I think we're gonna keep this good relationship of the court. Besides, the rivalry that we have on court.
Carlos Alcaraz will not play in Canada due to muscle issues. Physical issues have forced Carlos Alcaraz to withdraw from the Canadian Masters 1000 tournament. Carlos Alcaraz, the young Spaniard from Murcia who has dazzled with his game and energy throughout much of the year, has announced his withdrawal from the Masters 1000 tournament in Toronto. The Spaniard's decision, driven by the need to recover both physically and mentally, leaves his Canadian fans eager to see him back on court. The demands of professional tennis allow little rest, and Alcaraz has felt it firsthand. After several consecutive weeks of intense competition, Carlitos has decided to pause in order to protect his health, announcing his absence from the upcoming Masters 1000 in Canada. After many consecutive weeks of competition without rest, I won't be able to play in Toronto this year, said the Spaniard, making it clear that the heavy match schedule has taken its toll. The main reason for his withdrawal centers on minor physical problems and the need for a break. I have some small muscle issues and need to recover physically and mentally for what's coming. The withdrawal of the current world number 2 is a major blow to the Masters 1000 in Toronto, which had hoped to feature the charismatic player. I'm really sorry for the tournament and for my fans in Canada, Alcaraz expressed regretfully, but also left a hopeful message: see you next year. When will Carlos Alcaraz play his next match? His ATP Cincinnati 2025 debut. The Mercian is taking a few days off after Wimbledon and is preparing to return for the decisive part of the summer, Cincinnati and the 2025 US Open. After his recent loss in the Wimbledon final to Yannick Sinner, Alcaraz has chosen to prioritize physical and mental recovery, skipping a tournament that has historically not been favorable for him. A modest record at the ATP Toronto, the Canadian Masters 1000, taking place this year from July 27 to August 7, has never been particularly kind to the Spanish player. In 2022, he lost in the final to Tommy Paul, who also defeated him in the quarterfinals in 2023. In 2024, he had already decided not to participate due to physical overload stemming from a particularly demanding season, highlighted by the Olympic Games. The US Open, his top priority. Beyond the Masters 1000 tournaments, all eyes are on the US Open, where Carlos Alcaraz hopes to return to glory. The New York Grand Slam holds a special place in his heart, as it was where he won his first major title. Additionally, the fast court conditions and electrifying atmosphere tend to enhance his aggressive playing style and his ability to connect with the crowd. After a season marked by highs and lows, with major titles but also surprising defeats, the Spaniard is hungry for revenge after losing the Wimbledon final. His goal, to close out the summer with another Grand Slam title. Carlos Alcaraz opens up about his prodigious younger brother. He plays well, but he's not the best yet. Jamie, the younger brother of the current world number 2, is starting to show his talent on the junior circuit, but Carlos wants to keep expectations in check. Jamie Alcaraz is only 14 years old, but he's already attracting attention. The younger brother of Carlitos, 5-time Grand Slam champion and current world number 2, is starting to show flashes of talent on the junior tour. He trains seriously, wins matches, and recently went viral with clips of him practicing at La Manga Club, the same high-performance center where Carlos usually trains. But while social media begins to shape the narrative of the next Alcaraz, Carlos himself has spoken out. He doesn't want his brother burdened with expectations he doesn't deserve. He plays well, but he's not the best yet. In statements from last year, the Mercian was clear. Honestly, he plays well, I won't lie. He's reaching a good level, he said. But he made it clear he's uncomfortable with the pressure already building around the teenager. There are a lot of people around, many videos and social media accounts saying he's going to be just like his brother. And I don't like that, to be honest, he admitted. I just want people in all the social media to leave him alone, because he plays well, but he's not the best yet, the Spaniard explained. Alcaraz expresses pride. Despite the hype, Carlos expressed pride in his brother's passion. He loves tennis. Every chance he gets, he asks my dad to take him to the court to hit some balls. For me, that's the most important thing, he revealed. I'm a little worried about the people who'll be around him during tournaments, those who go to watch him because he's my brother, that will probably put pressure on him, he said. Even so, he hopes that one day they'll face each other on the court, but there's no rush. We'll see how he handles it. I'll be there for him, of course, let's see if he keeps improving, and hopefully one day I can play against him, he said. The next great rival to Sinner and Alcaraz emerges. While the tennis world awaits a worthy challenger to join Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner in the sport's modern-day Olympus, ATP players themselves have a strong candidate in mind, João Fonseca. At the top of men's tennis, two names clearly stand above the rest, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. The pair have dominated recent Grand Slams and currently face little resistance from their peers. Matches between them reach another level entirely, like the epic battles recently witnessed at Wimbledon and especially Roland Garros. Their rivalry is starting to echo the early 2000s clashes between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. But just as that legendary duo wasn't fully complete until Novak Djokovic rose to form the iconic Big Three, there's hope that someone will now emerge to complete a similar trio with Alcaraz and Sinner. Carlos Alcaraz, born in 2003, is still just 22, while Sinner, born in 2001, is 24. Both are still incredibly young. However, the rest of their generation has yet to fully step up. In Alcaraz's case, fellow 2003-born Holger Rune hasn't quite made the leap. Jack Draper, a peer of Sinner's, and Lorenzo Musetti, who sits in between the two age-wise, also haven't reached that elite level. But the player who might have the talent to get there is even younger, from the 2007 generation, João Fonseca, who's about to turn 19. A breakout star who still needs one more step. Fonseca is still developing but has already shown flashes of brilliance this season. At the Australian Open, he made headlines by defeating top 10 player Andrei Rublev in the first round. He then went on to win the title at the ATP 250 in Buenos Aires. Since then, he's suffered a few setbacks, but his rise in the rankings has continued, now sitting at world number 46, and is expected to keep climbing. Expectations for him are sky high, and many believe there's no ceiling to his potential.